Good evening and welcome to the Too Late Show, the show that talks you through the latest news, releases and other pointless stuff that's happened this week.
Your host tonight is, as always, me, George Meacham.
And me, Akila Rodriguez. And boy, do we have a show lined up for you.
Coming up on tonight's show, we take a look at the latest news of the week.
After this, use the Force to make way into the world of Star Wars, where we chat about the new movie released this very day. But not before we meet the band Decorum, who'll be performing for us not once, but twice.
Exciting stuff. And later on, we will be quizzing some delightful people about how much they really know about our royal family. So hold on to your coffees, vodka shots, well, whatever you're drinking, because we've got one hell of a show for you.
Indeed. But first, it's the news. Welcome to your news roundup. In the past week, the world has already become a very different place.
Britain was hit, as we all know, by the icy grip that froze all our toes, even snowed in London, which brought the capital to a standstill and, as always, proving that London was very unprepared.
Elsewhere, Apple is hoping to buy Shazam for $400 million. You know, average pocket money.
But in the meantime, a woman called the police this week to complain about the lack of dip that came with her pizza.
Back in Britain, the homelessness rate has doubled since 2010, whilst Theresa May is holidaying in Brussels, trying to negotiate a Brexit deal, but more likely just taking a holiday. And speaking of May, her predecessor David Cameron has tragically gone missing after last year's Brexit referendum backfired.
That's right. No one has seen him since he ran away. Cornwall opened its arms to the Grenfell survivors, and Andy Murray pledges to donate his winnings to them. And of course, probably give them each a tennis racket, which isn't too bad.
Oh, lovely.
And in addition to that, a 98-year-old mother moves into a care home to help out her 80-year-old son. Isn't that a bit old?
Lastly, looking over to the USA. I don't know where to begin with that, so let's move on.
All right, that's your news roundup. But the big question left after all of this is, where the hell is David Cameron?
Our correspondent Owen Ewan is in Westminster to tell us more.
Hello, I'm Owen Ewan and welcome to a loud, miserable day in London, and I am here to try and find David Cameron, the man responsible for the Brexit referendum, and maybe even ask him a couple of questions as to why it went so wrong for his campaign.
We even took a walk to New Scotland Yard, but they want to know where he is as well. They seemed quite frustrated.
In the hunt for David Cameron, we have bumped into Steve, a Remainer, and we are going to ask him a couple of questions as to where David Cameron could have possibly gone. Where is David Cameron at the moment in time?
That is a very good question. Now, I remember his resignation speech. He said how much he loved this country and he'd do all that he could to make sure everything would be okay afterwards.
But everything was not okay. According to The Independent, disapproval ratings for the Conservatives have risen to 59%, whereas Labour has pulled ahead by a single vote, according to the Mirror poll tracker. Not so strong and stable.
I think he's living the life of luxury somewhere. They're multi-millionaires. He'll probably never write a book, who knows? But I think the best place for David Cameron, North Korea.
North Korea? I don't think we have the budget to reach North Korea.
Well, maybe they'd want him anyway, who knows?
Who knows indeed.
Since North Korea was just out of reach, we decided to look in his old home in Downing Street. But for some reason, the police just wouldn't let us in.
So our search for David Cameron has come to an end. Seems he's not in. But then again, we haven't been able to find much luck finding the man who instigated Brexit from the start. But maybe at some point he will show his face once more and maybe even guide us through this uncertain time.
Thank you very much, Owen, though I still feel we're no closer to finding him.
Maybe he really has just gone completely missing.
Who knows? But next up, we have something very special for you. Tonight, performing their new single, Closed Eyes Cry, it's Decorum.
Bones ash on the sea, lived all this time on a roof, let it bleed on a pin of those. Hold their arms out till she lets you, till she lets you. Tell me why everything I love just makes me high,
And that was the amazing decorum giving us goosebumps with the hit song Closed Eyes Cry.
Now for something completely different. Unless you've been living under a rock, you'll know that Star Wars returns to cinemas with The Last Jedi today, which is the 8th film.
But if you can believe it, some people still have never seen Star Wars. How, I don't know. Maybe they've been that absent from human contact, but it's happened. So to correct this, I have invited a self-proclaimed superfan, Ben, to tell everyone about it. Welcome, Ben.
Thank you for having me.
Hi Ben, it's
Thank
great
you.
to have a super fan in the studio.
Yeah,
What is it
got
about
it.
Star Wars that you like so much?
I think it's just the absolutely awesome, awe-inspiring visage and just world that is Star Wars. There's an explanation for everything and a story wherever you look.
And if you had to tell us about your favourite moment throughout the whole series, what would it be and why?
It'd have to be the intense fight between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. It's a time where he dies, Obi-Wan, and all of Luke's hopes and dreams for his future are gone with his mentor.
Bit of a spoiler alert there.
A little bit.
What about people who've not seen Star Wars? What would you say to them?
Check yourself. Fix yourself.
And do you think Star Wars has been such a success because it's relatable to everyone, whether you're young, old? It's more of a family series.
Yeah, I definitely think so. Yeah, it's sort of become a definitely generational thing where the nostalgia from the parents now has had them introduce Star Wars to their kids, perhaps, and sort of which has grown into a sort of a shared connection between the two.
All right, thanks Ben.
So, now what we're going to do is see how much of Star Wars we can recap in 60 whole seconds. Are you ready for this?
Yep.
Let's
Ready.
do it.
Star Wars! Superfan Strike Back! A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, a superfan called in to test his Star Wars knowledge to see if he can claim the title of superfan. He'll be sharing his knowledge, sharing his views, and describing his anticipation for the upcoming Star Wars Last
Okay,
Jedi.
Ben. So Georgia is going to tell us some instructions, and we have to try and act out as many as we can with some props. Ready?
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go! Luke Skywalker wants to learn how to use the Force. A planet is being blown up by a laser. And Chewie makes a noise. Darth Vader kills the Obi-Wan Kenobi. And Luke screams, "No!" Chewie makes another noise. Spaceship escapes the worm-looking thing.
Yeah.
And Princess Leia says she loves Han Solo.
Love you.
I know.
Luke fights Darth Vader. But Luke gets his hand chopped off. Darth Vader says, and Luke screams, "No!" Whilst Princess... Oh, time is up! Well done, guys. You definitely got through a lot. Good job.
And I hope that all of you at home are still informed about Star Wars and excited to see the new film. The Last Jedi is out today. Catch it.
But moving on from Jedis and robots, we caught up with the Queen and Prince Philip to see what they really think of Netflix's original show, The Crown.
My dear, did you hear that the highly expensive shows documenting our glamorous lives is coming back?
Oh, really, dear? How interesting.
Yes, quite. Does an excellent job portraying our glamorous lives, wouldn't you say?
Oh, yes. And to think, it's the most expensive TV show ever made. And to think TV wouldn't have even picked off if it wasn't for me suggesting covering your coronation, dear.
Oh, you do go on about that, dear. You'd think you'd be over that by now.
Oh, hold that over your royal head forever, my dear.
And Matt Smith, who plays you, dear, isn't he just gorgeous.
I would hardly say gorgeous. I'm far better looking than that chap.
I, for one, am looking forward to second season immensely. The production design is exquisite, and the costume designs are extraordinary.
Yes, and our subjects appear to enjoy it, proving we're still as popular as ever, my dear.
You aren't popular, my dear.
No, people love me.
They love me, so they have to love you.
No. They.
Nah, do shut up. We're supposed to advertise The Crown.
I suppose you're right.
Thank you. The Crown. A visually stunning piece, starring the extraordinary lives of my royal, humble family.
That's it, dear. Nice and down to earth.
Do give it a watch, my dear subjects. You shall not regret it.
Now shut up, dear. We're getting to a good part.
Oh.
Yes, get out that car, Winston Churchill. There's a bomb in it. Couldn't we get a British actress to play your part?
Oh, they're too expensive, dear.
A beautiful insight into the thoughts and feelings of the royals there. But you would be able to think by now we would be able to afford a British actress. Anyway, to talk about the royals, we have two amazing guests this evening. It's Rebecca and Cameron. Welcome on, guys.
Welcome, guys. How are you doing today?
Not too bad.
Yeah,
Not too
not
bad.
bad.
Good
Fantastic.
Good day.
So the TV show The Crown has been a huge international hit, and the royal family seem to be pretty popular all over the world. What are your views on the royal family?
I don't think that they are necessary anymore.
Not necessary.
No, I think that countries now are tending to lean towards, democratic systems anyway, as we are in. And I think that a monarchy is just a very archaic thing that we just don't need anymore.
Oh, Becky, you look like you disagree.
I completely disagree. It's a
Nodding
way
over
of, it's a type of British identity. If you think of Britain, you think of the monarchy, you think of the Queen, and it unifies the country, and we turn to them in times of need.
I agree. I think they do play quite a vital role in Britain, don't you think?
I think they do, but I just don't think. I think there's figures now that are more popular. I think that people, will argue that political figures are too divisive. But I think that regardless of your political leaning, there will be a person, if you're far left, there's people on the far left that you can rally behind. And I think that hasn't been a time in the last 100 years, 100 years, but where we've needed to be unified. I think that it's good to sometimes have differences of opinion and not be completely just one nation all the time.
Okay.
But people all over the world love the royal family, though. What about those who are obsessed with them?
Completely obsessed.
I think, good for them.
And so you're not looking forward to the wedding? We've had it on the 19th of May, by the way.
All right, no.
It's a holiday at least, come on.
I mean, yeah, it's a day off, but I mean, apart from that, I don't really know.
And what would you like to say about that, Becca?
Oh, I just feel that, that they are something continuous. You argued that there was, political standpoints, but they're just a repositories of continuity and tradition. So I'm looking forward to the wedding.
That's good to hear.
What would you say are some of the best things about the royal family?
I would say that they keep us with our own identities. We can identify as a nation.
Okay, we do have a quiz lined up for you guys.
We do.
How much do you know about the royal family? Are you ready for it?
Okay, let's go for it.
Okay.
Let's do this.
Right, question number 1. Prince Philip was born in Greece, Sweden, or Germany? What do you guys think?
I thought it was German.
I thought it was Greek.
Okay.
What are you going to go for?
Come on, guys, teamwork.
I
What do
really
you
feel
think?
like it's Greece. How sure are you it's Germany?
I've just always thought it was German. So,
What would you want to go for?
What's it going to be?
you seem pretty sure
I'm
on
really
Greece.
sure.
All right.
Okay,
we'll go
Greece.
with
Oh,
Greece.
nice
Greece.
guy.
Woo!
It was
Well
Greece.
done. And, sorry, Queen Elizabeth was crowned at the age of A, 32, B, 18, or C, 25?
What was the first option again?
32.
I don't think it
32,
was that late.
18, or
No.
25?
I don't think it was 32.
I'm pretty sure she was in her 20s.
I'll let you take this one, I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say she was
25?
25. Yeah.
5.
Well
Woo.
done.
Okay, you're going to have to dig deep for this one. What year was the Queen's coronation? 1953, 1957, or 1946?
I know it was soon after the war, so I would have said 40s or 50s, but
Yeah.
I don't know when.
I'm just trying to remember which Jubilee we've had. Like,
It was the diamond.
what,
Come on, guys, time's ticking. What are you going to go for?
I'll let you have this.
What do you think?
53?
Okay.
Maybe?
Go 53.
Guys, time is up. I can tell you, you got 2 out of 3 correct.
Oh.
Not too bad, not too bad.
Not too bad at all. You've done really well. Unfortunately, there is no prize whatsoever. But thank you so much for coming on. And it's
Except
really,
our company, of course.
Of course, it's been very much appreciated.
And that is all we have for tonight. I hope you've all enjoyed the show, and please come back soon.
Thank you to all the guests this evening. You are all absolutely fantastic. And thank you to Decorum for giving us a Grammy-worthy performance. Also, thank you to you at home for tuning in.
So please join us next week for more wacky news, more releases with Akila and I. But for one last time to sing us out, please welcome to the stage, covering the classic all over the Watchtower, it's Decorum.